Φίλες και φίλοι, γεια σας. Για μία ακόμη χρονιά ήρθαμε στο Goodwood Revival, πάντα μαζί με την αρχιβάδα. Φυσικά πήραμε τον καιρό μαζί μας, που αυτό δεν μας βγήκε σε καλό. Γιατί
έχουμε χάσει γύρω στα 5 κιλά ο καθένας.
Έχουμε λιώσει την κυριολεξία. Πραγματικά είναι ένα μοναδικό γεγονός. Όμοιό του δεν υπάρχει σε κανένα μέρος του κόσμου. Δόθηκε κίνηση σε έναν από τους αγώνες, γίνονται δεκάδες αγώνες μέσα στο τριήμερο και ήθελα, Ινώ, να μου πεις πώς βιώνεις αυτή την υπέροχη κατά ατμόσφαιρα.
Καταρχήν έχω πάθει σοκ, γιατί ναι μεν τόσα χρόνια μεταφέρεις εικόνες από το Goodwood και τα βλέπω πάντα τηλεοπτικά, αλλά πραγματικά δεν έχει καμία σχέση με αυτό που ζούμε εδώ πέρα. Έχουμε μπει από τον έξω κόσμο ξαφνικά σε έναν άλλο κόσμο, έχουμε μπει σε μια χρονοκάψουλα. Δεν ξέρω αν θα μπορέσω μέχρι να τελειώσει το θέμα να βρω τις λέξεις για να εκφράσω αυτό που βλέπω και αυτό που βιώνω.
Δεν μπορεί να μεταφερθεί η ατμόσφαιρα. Αυτό είναι το πρόβλημα. Η εικόνα υπάρχει, η ατμόσφαιρα δεν μπορούμε να μεταφέρουμε.
Οι ήχοι, οι μυρωδιές, καταρχήν τα οχήματα που έχω δει στο Goodwood είναι τρομερό. Τι χαρακτήρα έχουνε, τι σχεδιασμό έχουνε. Έχουν μια προσωπικότητα το καθένα. Δηλαδή είναι φοβερό. Τότε χωρίς καμία σχέση τεχνολογία με το σήμερα. Είχαν πολύ λιγότερα τεχνολογικά πράγματα στη διάθεσή τους και μοναδικά, έτσι. Βλέπεις μοναδικές δημιουργίες.
Φόρτσα Ferrari. Πάμε λοιπόν να περιπλανηθούμε στο Goodwood Revival του 2023. Μυθικά αυτοκίνητα φτιαγμένα με το χέρι από μαστόρους τεχνίτες γνώστες, χειροποίητα στην κυριολεξία και με κινητήρες ατμοσφαιρικούς που στροφάρουν μέχρι 10.000 στροφές. Τεράστιοι οδηγοί με μεγάλη ιστορία οδηγούν τα αυτοκίνητα αυτά, με πολλές νίκες είτε στη Φόρμουλα 1, πρωταθλήματα στο Le Mans και γενικά είναι μια πολύ μεγάλη γιορτή.
I love Goodwood. I love the racing here. It's tough, you know. You mustn't underestimate it either. The gift of having something like that with the old cars, it is wonderful, and to be able to drive them in the race doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be winner takes it all, this sort of thing. Take it easy, enjoy it. But of course, when you have a lot of emphasis on the guys winning, it's difficult to slow them down. They want to win desperately. So winning to me is not the first thing. It's not. It's especially not in racing. You know, you have to finish, and if you have to drive well, you know you do, and then you can win. Today's spirit of cars and electrification and this and that, it's not the same. So you have this wonderful old machine. Now they run on artificial fuels, so we can continue, you know, when this hype of craziness, this total going overboard with saving the world.
Goodwood is always special, you know, a lot of nice cars, a lot of spectators. We are here to have fun, you know, it's just, let's say, not a real race in terms of result, but it's a real race in terms of fun and to share, you know, with the spectator our passion.
An alternative question.
Cool, go for it.
Could you explain how the 5 senses are getting satisfied through your races?
Well, with this, definitely the sound is a big one with this. That's the big thing with a racing car. And that's why I love combustion engines. You know, this little Alpha has straight pipes. It's a 1.6 litre engine, but it screams. You change gear at 8,200 RPM, so beautifully sounding. And obviously with motor racing, there's a lot of smells, so tires squealing, tires smell.
Oil.
Yeah, but for me, it's more the tires smell that I really love from these cars. So they're you know, and vision is obviously the most important thing for us, seeing where we're going. But those are the 3 senses that are most important for me, I guess. I feel the car a lot through my bum as well. That's the way I drive. I'm not a hands driver, I'm a bum driver. So yeah, so that's key. And obviously you're playing around a lot on the pedals, which is quite fun in these cars. You know, what I'm used to, you have a throttle and a brake. So you brake with your left foot, but in these you brake with your right foot because you have to heel and toe on the downshifts, and it's really fun. But a lot of the new drivers, like in F1, they would struggle to drive these cars because they've never done this before. So yeah, it's going to be a fun race. Looking forward to it.
Η αλήθεια είναι πως ο κήπος της ΕΔΕΜ για το motorsport βρίσκεται στην Αγγλία. Και αφού μπορείς να βρεις τα πάντα και έχεις φαντασία, μπορείς να δημιουργήσεις ό,τι θέλεις και να μετατρέψεις ό,τι θέλεις. Όπως εδώ για παράδειγμα αυτό το κλασικό πουλμανάκι της Volkswagen την εποχή των χίπιδων έγινε ένα εντυπωσιακό dragster με θηριώδη κινητήρα, τεράστια υποδύναμη, από επιδόσεις δεν ξέρω. Να σου πω, θέλεις να σου πάω μια βόλτα με αυτό?
Γίνεται με αυτό.
Μια βίδα θέλει σφίξιμο και φύγαμε. Έρχομαι αμέσως. Βρήκα το κλειδί.
This year, Le Mans celebrates 100 years. What are your feelings and your memories?
The centenary was, first of all, a fantastic race, a fantastic edition this year of Le Mans. But in general, I mean, I feel privileged, blessed to have competed, raced with great teams, great teammates during 3 decades. I've done 18 starts at Le Mans, and that's a big question to look at it from a personal side. But in general, it's obviously a race, and it was the biggest and most legendary race when I was a kid. So that inspired to me. And now having a year where you sort of celebrate 100 years since the very first, 1923. Yeah, that's has been a very big year and a very important celebration year, and have talked a lot about it, about different stories shared with other drivers or engineers, mechanics when you go around the world.
What is the top speed in the Le Mans for you?
I've always been with the chicane, so we break 350 kilometers an hour, but I think 353.
Le Mans is a remarkable race, and you have to be very conscientious when you drive it. You can't drive too fast because you break your car. It's very simple. When Michael Schumacher drove, and of course he was going very fast, I said, Michael, you're going a little too quick. He said, that may seem quick to you, but for me it's not fast. I said, Mike, it's not. I know you can be quicker, but that's not the point. You stress your car, and you will have problems later. That's exactly what happened. And so on, he had wheel bearings in the rear and this and that. And he came up to me and he said, I think, Jochen, you were right, which was nice to admit it. In the beginning, when I did Le Mans, we always were told, change carefully, don't overdo it, just drive consciously, brake a little bit softer, things like that. So your car remains intact to the end. When I think of Le Mans, that's how I always have the picture in my head. I admire the guys who won it before me and so on. And then when I finally won it, with the Porsche, I should have won it 2 or 3 times. Jackie always drove with Derek, which was great, Derek Bell, in Le Mans, because I didn't want to do it. So otherwise I would have won it with Jackie, because we did all the other races together. I would have won it with him.
Και του χρόνου.